Luffy ambition, king of the rappers.
What's going on, gang? It's Marauder Music with 3-piece TCG, Big Beard Pirates TCG, and 2D. It's the B-Day list. That's right. It is going to be that GP, Monkey D, Luffy, and the EB. Smash that like button, finger pop that subscribe, turn on the bell. What's the birthday list about? Well, today, as you're watching this, it is my birthday. Logan's birthday was yesterday. Avocado's birthday, I believe, is coming up, right? Big Beard Pirates, click on the link. Go show my boy some love. It's also Gilbert's birthday. My boy Gilly the Kid, okay, at DNA Locals. We're birthday twins. It's actually me and him, 24th of April. So it's the birthday week. It is the official birthday week. Luffy, look it up, is also a Taurus. Go fucking figure. Also, the creator also said that if Luffy had any profession, he would be a firefighter. You get what I'm saying? So, like, it's all serendipitous. It's all serendipity, and you just got to let it be, all right? Now, I know as I was talking, you didn't hear a fucking word I said because you were like, hey, yo, where can I get this leader or this leader or this leader or this leader or this leader? Man, you better get on over. You know where you better go. You better go here. Look at that. Look at that texture. Look at those glasses. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Am I being kid with? Come on, man. K-Design, Etsy link in the description page below. And use 3-piece TCG for 25% off your entire order. Not just this card, all the cards. Throw all the cards in there. What are you doing? Throw them all in there. Save time. Why you want to wait for one card at a time? Get them all. All right. And also, the memberships are live, ladies and gentlest of gentles. Ladies and genitals. Yo. Ladies with genitals. Yo. I'm having a good time. Yeah, be smash finger popping on that pressure, big city open. All right, it's your boy's birthday. Come celebrate, join the crew. All right, we're having a blast over here. Best way to support the channel. All right, very appreciative of all the love and support that you guys have been showing. You know, it took me a while to find my rhythm to keep this channel, you know, consistent. And, you know, a lot goes into it. Especially doing the long form videos like I've been doing, which I realize now is not the part of the course. You know, most people are doing like 18 and 20 and, you know, maybe 30. We're like 30 is the odd man out. We're typically an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, which is pretty cool. But, you know, I like to give you guys, I like to treat y'all the way I wish somebody would have treated me when I first got in the game. And that is, being vocal and being communicative with my members of my crew and subscribers, you know, giving you guys the playthrough, showing you guys how to do it, not just talking in a vacuum about this perfect list, right? It worked for me, it should work for you. Nah, we're going to get our hands dirty, right? And then not just showing you the perfect games, but, you know, you guys see me dig myself out of holes as well. So, with all that being said, it's been great. You guys have been a blessing in my life, and I hope I can be half the blessing in yours that you've been in mine. And you know what? Enough of the funny business. Let's get into this dick list. All right. So yeah, Mug of the Luffy. All right. Green, purple, my two favorite colors. Had a baby. And you know, I played a lot of it, and then I quit because I figured out how to play it, and I was like, I'll burn that bridge when we get there, right? Well, the bridge is quickly approaching, and in my absence, while I was over here creating, you know, the Plofy shit, you know, there's been more fleshed out lists and stuff, and they've been including Electrical Luna and Tony Chopper. And I wish I could find one individual that started the whole wave, but it feels like it's just like an accumulative, you know, just general understanding, right? So this is my after looking over, you know, the list on One Piece top decks, which is where I go to One Piece tech deck when I'm playing a deck list that I haven't had the time to work my shit out. This is what I've come up with, okay? So it's a little modified. If I can find my other one, I think it's this. Yeah, this is what it was. We got rid of these. These were cool for that one video, and then we said, hit the road, Jack. But yeah. So anyhow, what's changed? Let's go top list. It's Chopper. So this thing with Chopper is this. I used to be like, why are you playing Chopper? You can't even use your leader ability. That's absolutely correct. If this Chopper is out on the board, they cannot use their leader's ability. They can't. They'll get sued in the court of law. However, you play this Chopper out when you're at even or less than Dawn, and guess what? You're like, a lot of times you'll either go back to even or go back one Dawn ahead like you naturally started, okay, against your opponent, which is great. And you get a blocker for your trouble, and it's a 1K counter, right? Not searchable. And but just know this, and it's gonna come up in this video. If they swing, you better be ready to block with this Chopper, because if they decide at any point in time to read this card and feel that it's advantageous for them to leave this chump ass blocker up and not swing so that the next turn you can't use your leader's ability, yeah, dog, you will get effed in the A. You will be effed in the A, okay? All the way in the A, by the way. Bars. So yeah, think about that. But outside of that, it slows the game down for your opponent's pressure, and you know, gives you a thing, right? When I know when you hear me say pressure, you're expecting the like anticipation buildup. We don't do that when we're talking about other people. It's only for us. Anyhow, outside of that, get 3 of these. Throw in a couple of electrical Luna, right? It's not just for the fanny shot. It's a great card when you're going up against some aggro that wants to turn everything sideways. Be like, yo, you want to turn sideways that bad, you can leave it sideways. And then guess what? You know, if you're playing this, especially later game when they've been able to develop enough units on the board so that it would, you know, actually, by the time this card's actually relevant is what I'm trying to say. It's amazing to play because we need some Dawn sideways, some rested Dawn, right? So that we can turn, you know, right side up. So this works well with that. 1 Gum Gum Gatling, just in case, you know what I mean? Better have it, not need it, than need it, not have it. We went to 3 of our searchers, right? And while this card is not searchable, it does search out others, right? It does search anything in this deck with the exception of Electrical Luna and Chopper, right? So it's going to hit no matter what. Now, I've always called this the perfector curb, Luffy, and that's curb with a B, because we curb stomp. And yeah, that's because round 1 or turn 1, we want Nami or Going Merry. Great. Turn 2, we want Zoro Joro. Also, we could play this card, obviously, as a searcher. But yeah, one of these searchers, right, / stage. Then we want to play Zoro Joro. Then on our next turn, if we're going first, we play Sanji Pudding. And if we used Zoro's ability, when the left down up backside into fakie, then we get out Zoro Joro as well. We get 9 Dawn worth of cards on our turn 3. If we were going second, then we could actually skip straight to Luffy Taro. And then turn 4, it's Luffy Taro first. And Luffy Taro, if you're going second, why the fuck not? And then, you know, you're just waiting to play your finisher Luffy, and that's pretty much the game, right? I've noticed some lists playing only 2 of these, but seldomly do I see an oppressive winning board that does not have, you know, Luffy Taro's out and about. So, I mean, yeah, I want him. I want him early. I want him often. I just seen the patchwork on his pantalones there. I didn't really notice that before. That bothers me. I thought he had a really nice like fit, and now it's looking like it's seen better days. Anyhow, but with all that being said, I mean, that's the list. Finally, we put Fransenosuke in here because with this ability, with this leader ability, actually is worth a damn. Possibly, maybe. But other than that, he's just a 2K searcher. Let's go ahead and get into these smasheronis, shall we? It's the birthday bash. All right, gang. Let's get things started off with a little Koby. Now, I've been getting some complaints about Koby. Koby's had some complaints filed against them. Cause they're catching some people slipping in these streets, right? Now they chose to go first. We're okay with that, and we drawn to like next to perfect can, I would say. It's not perfect in the sense of something for every single curb. However, we get to Going Merry and search. We're happy. We're gonna swing 5 at them. Now I found the most success going into Koby when my game plan is develop. Oh yeah, we need that. Yeah. So it's develop, right? And then as they develop, you know, typically when you're going up against a 4 life leader, you always hear me say we take that 4 life leader down to 3, which we just did, right? However, with Koby, it would behoove you to remove the threats from their board first instead of thinking you can rush this guy out, because it ain't gonna work like that. It ain't gonna work like that. You can find that out the hard way if you would like. However, I would like to develop board, control board, get those cards out of their hand, and then swing for game when they have nothing to defend with. It takes a little more forethought, but it pays off in the end. So for right here, we're not even investing Adon into Zoro. Zoro has effectively become a blocker. Now we can going marry our pudding. Okay, and we've got one for Chopper. And I think if we would have played that Chopper first, we would have actually ramped. Or did we? Yeah, whatever. We're good on that. Okay, so swinging 6 into 5. They've got 2 blockers. And I mean, look at that board. Already putting on that pressure. That's right. Putting on that big city. Pressure. They're going to have to get rid of the Zoro Joro. They're going to have to get rid of that. They got to address that Zoro. We also got a Chopper, right? Now, this Chopper is going to be the first thing we get rid of. The first thing we get rid of. As soon as they swing into that Zoro, we're giving them Chopper. And you know what I'm saying? Then we can still use our ability and we're all this right. Excuse me. They play Prince Gru. Long Bill himself. Okay, I ain't seen him yet in the anime, but you know, he's attacking, and now that means we cannot block with Chopper. We have been cock blocked. We've been blocked. We just got blocked. They're swinging 7 into 4. You can guess where that card's going. And yeah, dude. So what this would mean is that we get no ability. Hashtag no ability for us. All right. Unless we can develop over Chopper. Now we draw in the Luffy Taro. Before we drew in the Luffy Taro, we're already at 8 Dawn. My plan was play Sanji, do backside into Fakey, and get Zoro Joro out there with the search. Instead, we put Luffy Taro out there, Zoro Joro, and we're going to be able to search. Now, we could use some 2Ks. Or we could use a finisher. We got all the active Dawn. Or excuse me, we've got all the Gum Giants. It looks like we take a 2K. And we're happy to do so. Now, are we going to go for game, or are we going to, pressure the Helmeppo? We decide we're going to go ahead and pressure Helmeppo. Okay, 9 to 7. We got rid of 1 blocker. We can do that uno mas tiempo. And 9 to 7. Do we get rid of another blocker? That's the question. We get rid of another blocker. Now 6 to 5. Okay, they take. And, we could have swung 9 into face twice, or we could have put all that pressure into the face, but they might have gotten more cards in their hand, which gives them more options. We got 2 blockers off the board. They did everything they could to keep Helmeppo alive. We've got a 2K, and we've got 3 Gum Giants. It's not ideal for us. We're not sitting so pretty. Holy shit, this is the most busted fucking card ever, dude. God bless. Swing with Sengoku. You gotta swing with Sengoku, dog. Don't swing with Helmeppo. That's crazy. Anyways, yeah, so Doll is a 4-for-1. It's got counter, right? It's a blocker, and it minuses 6K. Like, that's literally a 4 for 7K body if you think about it. Like the amount of power that is being thrown around with just that card is 7K worth of power, and it's a blocker, and it's a counter, and it only costs 4. Like, yo, that's crazy. So anyways, we've been getting blocked. We got cock blocked. We got doll blocked, and it's a block. What the fuck, dude? Okay, so they get rid of Ripper. Anyways, I'm done complaining. Never done complaining. Not on my birthday. We're going to -2. Oh, yeah. We're going down 2, up 2, backside into Fakey. All right. Let's just keep chipping away. They got 4 cards in hand. What do they want to do? Okay, cool. Guess what we can do? You going to give me 2 of those 4 cards? Are you going to give me 2 of those 4 cards? I didn't think so. Cool. Now we're going to swing. And are you going to go down to your last life? You counter out. Okay. So we're setting them up. I mean, look at this. We've been chipping away. We've been patient. Okay. We could have ignored the threats on the board and gone straight for life. And they would either have a fatter hand, a fatter board, and we'd be getting the ding-a-ling right now is what we'd be getting. Anyways, they play into their own fucking Koby hitting the dab. Koby hitting the dab. This is why y'all fuck with me. This is why y'all fuck with me, because I catch the things that nobody's talking about. I catch it. Nobody's gonna talk about Koby hitting the dab. He's been out for months now. Has it been months? Hasn't even been a month. They disconnected. Koby hitting the dab, dog. Hang on. 7-11. And I just wasn't going to have that. I said, you know what, dog? You ain't got shit. Outside of this, you ain't got nothing left. I'm going to get that. I was going to get this and something else. What the fuck ever. And yeah, we were going to keep that shit alive, even if I had to do that, because then they had no counter in hand and 1K in their life. They weren't about to do shit. So you guys got to see Koby against green purple Luffy. It takes a couple, it takes a little setting up, it takes a little patience, it takes a little confidence, it takes a little understanding and you know, being at one with your dick. But yeah, it could be done. Koby hitting the dab, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty, gang. Let's go ahead and run into that UP. UP, we all P for Yuffie. All right. Did I mulligan? They chose to go. I chose to go first. Yeah, we want to bust them up. So I definitely kept that hand. Yeah. Because I got a search turn 1, which is great. Hashtag awesome. We take the 2K because why not? And then next turn I got Zoro. They almost have no way of getting rid of Zoro. And we just drew in a Sanji pudding. I mean, things are looking like they're going our way. This is what you want to see. This is that, dare I say, perfecter curve Luffy. And we say curb with a B because they're right next to each other. And man, that was the best misspell I ever had in my life. Changed my life. So they're going to swing 6 into 5. We can give Uso Hachi. Give him Uso Hachi. Maybe I'm wiping my ass right now. No, we take it. Eh? Well, I'll be there. All right, so now we're just going to swing 4 into 6 because we can't do nothing with that swing anyways. We use ability, down to, up to, left, right, back, side into fakie. We're searching out that Luffy Taro. Please, God, tell me we get the Luffy Taro. Yeah, Gum Giant is nice. Pudding is nice. But Taro? Well, wait, maybe the pudding. We're obviously thinking about this. Yeah. So what we do is we choose to go for the Luffy Taro. Now, we got a pretty good chance in the top decking. Something we can use with that Luffy Taro. However, if we don't, we still got Luffy finisher. So we still have a play either way. We got them down to 2 life. They play out their second bond clay. Okay. Shake your bond. Shake your bond. Shake your bond. And they're going to be able to mimic. And we got a 2K for that. Oh, we got 2Ks for that. Now, mind you, they are at 8 dawn now. So it's going to be, como se dice, it's going to be party time for them. Actually, it's only party time when we do it. When everybody else does it, they're lame. What did I tell you guys about Zoro being a blocker? They have to get rid of him. It's the law. And it definitely is in this case. Because had they not, we would have ramped again, obviously. But we would have taken out that bond clay. Because they're not spending $1 to protect bond clay. Now, they keep 4 dawn up, which is knuckin' futs, if you ask me. Even if I had a pudding and I was in their position, I would have went ahead and played that pudding. Because, I mean, like, yo, what else is you about to do? We got 8 to our 7. So we're not able to play out what we would like, unfortunately. We're going to go ahead and search a Gum Giant. And we're going to get Luffy out there. Bing, bang, boom. And we are at 6. And so the Luffy Taro gamble didn't quite pay off. But check this out. We're going to be able to swing 6 in the face, and then we're going to be able to swing 8 and 8. Now, I'm not comfortable enough at this juncture to use Luffy's ability. We're not doing that. Hashtag not doing that. So, but we wouldn't mind using a Gum Gum Giant at 8 because we'll go right back to 8, Don. Right? Am I crazy? No, we're at 6. Sorry. Forget everything I said. We're not doing that. We're not doing it. Ain't gonna do that. They do their little Sanji into Katakuri. Yowzers. That one's tough. So now they got a blocker. And they're going to swing 7 into 7. We can go ahead and I would love to. We need to block that out. We can't let that go. Hashtag don't let that go. Give us a Sanji. And when they swing 7 again, just give them the Usohachi. Give them what they want. Give the man what he wants. He's crazy. Give the man what he wants. He's crazy. Yeah, yeah. Are we going to be crazy? We could get nuts too. We can get nuts too, and we do get nuts too. What we're trying to do right now, gang, is we wanted to protect our fucking big city development at all costs, because this card, protecting it may have cost us a 2K counter. Sure. But how much net worth is that card going to be? What value is that card going to give us? How many cards is it going to get out of their hand? That's what we got to think about. Okay, so now we're in a very peculiar situation where we have nothing to play with our Taro, right? And we do have another finisher Luffy that we could play if we so wish. They block and they keep the blocker alive. That's the thing about that Katakuri, is even though it's a blocker, it's not a blocker they want to let go. So if you get up to 8, yes, they can block out, but you're still gonna get a card out of their hand. And at this juncture, that's exactly what you want to do. So we're gonna down 2, up 2, left, right, backside into fakie, swing 6 into 1. You know that's gone. And now we can swing 6, 8, and 8. And still have 1 for Gum Gum. So we're going to do that. As a matter of fact, we could swing 8 and utilize their ability because they cannot kill us this next turn. And they're down to 5. So we're thinking about it. We are thinking about it. I could add 1 and swing 9. Whatever shall I do? It's looking like I'm going to bite that apple, baby. All right, so I would have loved that if this was what I was going to do, to swing 8 with that first one and cause them to give me more than just that Usohachi and then swing 2 8s, because we probably could have mathed them out of the game. But they're at 5 cards nonetheless, and we did not use our ability. So we pass it back and we tell them to please be gentle. Now, they can get rid of one of those for sure. Can they get rid of both of those? Not so sure. Holy shit. Sanji and the Nami? Damn, no bigs, huh? No bigs, huh? You got all those cards in your hand. I know Nami's going to be setting that shit up. Yeah, if they had a Sanji into Big Mom, that would have been hashtag problematic. But as it sits right now, they've got 2 eligible bachelors when it comes into swinging at our 7K bodies. And their leader is going to require a Dawn investment. Now, I'm going to go ahead and spoil this for you guys. I don't see myself letting shit go. Actually, I don't mind letting that go. But everything else, forget about it. What are we at? We're at 3. We're at 7 Dawn. So if we let go of them, we're still going to 9 next turn. And our 2 big loofs shall not be taken off the board. We choose to go ahead and hold on to this one, and this solidifies that they will not be getting rid of shit. That's right. That's what happens when you build your deck like this. So when you got this kind of dick, it don't matter, dog. Oh, it don't matter. It don't matter. I'm surprised we didn't get a forfeit right here. Yeah. Oh, well, the going marriage suck. But the going marriage, we get to use these, right? And then we have Dawn to get rid of, etc. So we're going to swing 8. Okay, we're going to see what's up. See what we get. They've got 7 cards in hand. That's a lot of cards. We get rid of 1 blocker. Okay, cool. Electrical Luna. All that cool shit we were drawing earlier. Now we're back to drawing dog shit. Okay, there we go. We get a 2K at least. So we can afford. Let's see. Don't give it to him. Don't give it to him. Swing 6 for him. Because I'm like, I can swing 8 with one of those, and then I can swing 8 twice with the other after I use my... What we can do is, yeah, we're going to swing 8 there. No leader ability, right? I'm going to use my ability. Go down these 2, up these 2, blah, blah, blah. And then I can swing 6. I can swing 6. And then we can use this ability and swing even higher. So here we go. Backside into fakie. And now we got 6 Dawn to work with. Okay. So we can swing 8, 8, and then 2 7s. We're going to swing 6 instead. Now we can swing 8, and then we can swing 9 again twice. So this is requiring 2 cards or a block. And if they let their block go, that's always a great sign. Now I think we got them beat, actually. I think we actually have them beat because this is going to require 2 2Ks. So it might even take 3 cards out of their hand. Yeah. No, they didn't have that. And so we went about it that way. And I actually have no Rugrats. No Rugrats at all. If you look at it like this, maybe a couple turns ago, I could have done a little more with these swings. But yeah, we swung 8, and that would have to be, yeah, 4 cards. There's no fucking way, because it would have to be 2, and then it'd have to be 2, and they would have had to been sitting on 4 2Ks. Perfect 4 2Ks. That would have taken him to 10. That would have taken him to 10. You see what I'm saying? And those are the risks we like to take. We like to set ourselves up for those kind of risks. We don't mind that. Anyhow, this is an interesting matchup. If Blurple, Burp the Baby, Luffy gets a chance to, you know, obviously settle down, then it does become much more challenging. And it looks like that's what they were ready to do. We have to beat him to the punch. There isn't... Listen, like, set your ego aside, you know what I'm saying? And learn from me. This isn't like, don't be Vegeta throw and sell fucking Android 16 or whatever the fuck, 15, I forget, 17? Anyways, don't be Vegeta throwing the Android to sell so he can power up and you can fight him in the perfect form. Some decks are here for a good time, not a long time, and that's just how it is. So you got to understand what your deck is trying to do. You got to understand your deck's limitations. And yo, we can't beat this deck if they put out their bigs like that. We can't. So we got to bust them up early. Anyways, next one. All right, we're going up against Shanks. Hanky Panky con Senor Shanky. I chose to go first. Like this hand right here. I'm going to swing 5, do a little skill check. They use their skill, right? We're going to Zoro Joro. And yeah, now Shanks is definitely a problematic character, leader, if you will. Because the cards like Luckuru, I mean, they're just getting rid of everything every step of the way, right? It's wild for as up on Shanks as I was, I never wound up playing him. Anyways. They did not swing when they had the chance to. Because they don't want me to be able to ramp. Fuck me, am I right? And I should have held on to that Zoro Joro and not did anything with them. That was hashtag my bad. But yo, I think sometimes you get so, learn from me, you get so used to people doing things that when they don't and you look down, you're like, oh shit, I really am still at however many Dawn. Now, lucky for us, I mean, turn 4, it's turn 4 already? Yeah, we're fucking making it happen. So you can -1, you're still gonna have to give me a card. I said you still gotta give me a card. I said you still gotta give me a card. He's thinking about it. Big city brain thinking. Gives me a 2K. I'm gonna load up 8. You're gonna give me a 2K either way. That's right. You're gonna give me some cards, Jack. So the way we win with Shanks is putting on that big city pressure and getting cards out of their hand. Now, they couldn't pop Sanji Pudding, but they did get rid of Zoro Joro and make Pudding an effective like 5k attacker for next turn. Swinging 6 there. You know I hate to over counter, but thus, that's all we have to do. Now, I think it's going to really hurt him if I just go ahead and play out another Luffy Taro into Zoro Joro, and then down, up, left, backside into Fakey and get on my Dawn up. And so that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm thinking about a couple different things, but I go ahead and do that. Let's get Zoro out there. We could search. We could take a, no, we can't take a chopper because he's not, damn it. I was going to say, we could have took that chopper, did our thing, and then played a chopper and went back up a Dawn and had a blocker. That would have been great. But alas, chopper's not searchable in such meager ways. We play Nami out. Oh, we could Gum Giant. We could get that Pudding. I don't know if somebody's walking outside my window or it was raining. Swinging 5 there, just a skill check. There we go. Are we gonna get rid of that Yasop, or are we gonna swing in the face? Look like we're gonna be swinging in the face. Okay. Yeah, just pressure him out. Get him out of here. Get this guy the fuck out of here, dude. We ain't worried about no 6K swing. Fuck that. I'm telling you, dude, you got to get your ego out and just, yo, we cannot hang and bang. With this shit, we cannot hang and bang, dog. We got to get him the F out of here. We are smashing Sancha, and we're trying to do it before their main squeeze gets home. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get that nut and leave. We're going to go ahead and do up 2K right there. And we can actually save this. We can actually save this with Electric Luna. We're going to do that. Going down to 5 Dawn is crazy, but we're going to do it. Okay, and they can see. Now, wait. Why the hell did they concede? They got 1, 2, 3, 4K and counter. 2 life. I guess they were just done fucking playing. Were they just done playing? I remember saving this one because I wanted you guys to tell me what the fuck was going on. Why'd they quit? They could definitely get another Shanks out there. But I mean, we were going into 5 Dawn, not the most. But, you know, I could definitely see them going down to, have been going down to 0, como se dice? 0 life. You know what it is? It's probably that they go down to 0 life and they don't have any more blockers. They weren't going to draw into a blocker either. So maybe that's what it was. They just didn't see the game going any further. Of course, if we would have gotten hit to our face, we could definitely use this Gum Gatling and keep that moving. But yeah, putting on that pressure, putting on that big city pressure, throwing Luffy Taros out there, you know, making some decks solve problems, some decks make problems. Green Purple Luffy is a deck that creates the problem. You got to create problems or you're playing the wrong deck. All right, gang. There can only be one, right? And we are going up against Green Purple Luffy. All right, now let's see real quick. We're trying to read over here. Hey, I already won. They chose to go first. Okay, they chose to go first. And I've heard in the mirror match, yeah, you like to go first. That's cool. All right, cool. So they're choosing to go first, and, you know, we just got to navigate it. Mirror matches, you know, I don't show mirror matches too often, right? But mirror matches they can be tricky, right? They can be tricky, and what you're basically trying to do is, in a mirror match, you both know what you're trying to do, right? And you both know each other's curb for the most part, unless somebody's running a spicy ass, I don't know, Plofy. But you're both running the same deck list. So you understand the assignment, and you also know if they miss a step, that's where you pick up. But you also, here's the other tough thing about it. Even in the Sakazuki, you know, super broke, busted up days, I think it was going first was like favored or something in that match. I forget, but you know what I'm saying? There's always a better curb. So they chose the first curb, and they did get to do their Nami search, but they just, I don't know, it's looking like they didn't see Zoro Joro. And that's good for us. So no Zoro Joro, but they do have their Pudding out. And let me tell you something. Oh, they got Chopper out. Yeah, next turn they don't give a shit. They're gonna be playing Luffy Taro. So luckily for us, we got our Luffy Taro into Sanji Pudding here now, happening live, popping fresh. Okay. So we're gonna down two, up two, left, right, backside into fakie. We're gonna establish another Zoro Joro. Okay, and we don't swing. Look at that board and tell me why I didn't swing. Why would I not want to put on that pressure? Because they got Tony Chopper out there, right? And as long as I don't play, as long as I don't swing and they can't block with Chopper, okay, they can't use their ability. So they're at 7 Dawn. That's cool. They can still use a Luffy Taro and everything like that. But they're not going to be able to develop beyond, develop over that Chopper. I just do not see a world where they use 7 Dawn and they actually play out 3. But that's going to prevent them from, getting that momentum that they wanted. So that's why we did not swing 6 into 6. I said, you can derelict your own balls. Thank you very much. Now, was that just a raw ass Luffy Taro? That was a raw ass Luffy Taro, and they minus what? What? They must have had a card they thought they could do something with. I don't know, but now we're definitely swinging. Now we're definitely swinging. Now we're here. We're here for blood now. We're here for blood now. We're here for blood throw. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and shit. I mean, we can get rid of that pudding. We can get rid of that pudding. We can swing in the face. They ain't got no Dawn active sexually. So, that's always gonna be a thing. We're going to just go for 7. Okay. All right, cool. We're going to drain that hand. What we're doing here is draining the hand. Even if they block out, now they're at 3 cards in hand. Okay. So, they got the life advantage. We got the hand advantage. We got the board advantage. And when you have 2 of the 3, it's definitely working out for you more times than not. Now, we could take this swing, and we do, or we could have Gum Gianted it, but it looks like we chose to take the swing. We're feeling safe. We're feeling safe, I think, because, yeah, they weren't going to develop anything crazy. Now, they get a Sanji out there. That's cool. What you going to do with that? Yeah, just give him the 2K. Give him 2K, keep him moving. Now's where I would consider Gum Gianting, but we don't. We decide to give him 2 of those 2Ks, right? Because we can't do nothing with those anyways. We're not going to turn Sanji sideways. So we got the board, and it's hashtag looking good for us. Now I think I would have liked to put 2 Dawn on him and swing and just make him sweat a little bit, right? We could have did that, but we chose not to. Gain one. Goodness gracious. We got 8 Dawn active, and we're just getting rid of their bigs. We're just getting rid of their board. Look at that. Look at the control. Now, can they blindside us with a big loof? Shit, I don't know. Maybe. But it's going to cost them. It's gonna be an incredible feat if they do. We're not out of the woods yet, but here's the thing. They got a blocker. They got 2 life. They got some cards in hand. They got a Dawn active. I don't think I'm so much of a genius for going for the board first, because, I mean, what was I going to do? Overlook the board and then get the crackback from hell? Hell no. The chances of them finishing us off with a finisher Luffy are far less than the chances of them doing so with, their pudding, their Luffy Taro, and the rest of their board. Now, this is... Okay, that's what they're doing. Oh, okay. I think that was a poor decision as well. I think you should have swung 9 first, and then you should have done the other thing. For sure. I don't think... Yeah. Yeah. No, they fucked that whole thing up. But it wouldn't matter either way. We could still block out of 11 now. That's the kind of game we've been playing. We could have blocked out of 11. No fucking Gum Gum Giant required. It looks like we would have drawn in the counter. Yeah, we were going to go up to 14 either way. So we had them dead to rights. But yeah, this is just a good example of knowing what your opponent wants to accomplish, right? And executing, you know, murder to excellence kind of deal. You know what I mean? I think it came down to this play right here where they played this out and we didn't swing. I think that was pretty pivotal in my opinion, because it gave them no ability for that turn, and basically they didn't have their ability ready till we were ready to have for them to have that ability. So when you're going up against a green purple Luffy and they play out Tony Chopper, typically they play it because they know you have to swing or else, right? So they're going to get a free blocker. So sometimes they coerce you, right? And 3-piece TCG, we do not coerce unless it's card games. Outside of that, it's that enthusiastic consent, boys. But anyhow, yeah, we didn't have to swing. One more 6K swing was not going to do anything crazy. We passed, and, you know, we made it happen because of it. But anyhow, that's enough on this one. Let's go ahead and get it over to the gist of the list. Well, there you have it, gang. The birthday bash has been completed. Yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the consistency. I'm feeling a lot better with this list playing this time than I did the last time. The last time I played it, it felt good, but it didn't feel as good as when I started. And I think that had a lot to do with me learning how to play the deck before others learned how to play against it. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool, you know, be on the cutting edge and catch people slipping. But since then, you know, we've learned that this deck is not tier 0, right? We know it's not tier 0, and understanding your limitations is a great asset. It's understanding what you can and cannot do is very important. So, you know, we've learned it's not tier 0. Cool. But we learned what we can do and what we need to accomplish, right? Or else. So, yeah, I'm really fucking with this list as is. The Electrical Lunas didn't come up one bizet. But you know, I think they can, they would, I think they'll be valuable in like red matchups, you know, where they're going wide and outside, and I can freeze them all and have 2 rounds to clean up that board if I so wish, kind of deal. So I think that's what the Electrical Lunas are going to be for. But yeah, that's going to do it for me, guys. Again, thank you for just being the blessing of community that you guys have been, and I'm so grateful for even the Discord page. You know, we got you know, great Decklist flying all over the place, but just, you know, guys talking shop, having fun, man. That's what it's all about, getting everybody sharp and getting everybody ready for, you know, to perform their best, right? It's a RNG. Every card game's RNG, right? But, you know, it's knowing what to do. It can be very satisfying, obviously. Anyhow, love you guys, and I will see you guys in the next one. This has been Murado Music with 3-piece TCG. Big TCG. Dude, smash that like button, finger pop the subscribe, turn on the bell, go down in them comments, and tell somebody happy birthday. It's apparently everybody's birthday this week and today, so I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
I'm stuck in the game, fucking it up with the gang, for the love of the money and fame. I can tell I never could change. I said I'm stuck in the game.